So, good morning, everyone. So now we'll continue. We completed the initiation phase from the project award. So now we are proceeding with the planning. So you need to develop the baseline plans, scope baseline, cost baseline, and project time schedule baseline. So now you have inputs from the initiation phase. You have the milestone dates from your customer communicated to you. You have the contract with you. You have received the advance payment in your account, or it is the advance payment invoices approved by your customer. So you are proceeding with the project planning. So the first thing, 2.1, you need to develop the work breakdown structure. When I mention you need to start, you will delegate this to your technical team. So you will request your team to provide the activities list of the project. So, for example, in the design phase, what activities will be done for the procurement and manufacturing. This will be handled by the project manager. For the procurement, for example, the duration it takes from the design approval to start the procurement process and receive the material in your warehouse. After that, handing over these material to your panel builder, or if you have a panel building facility, they will start for the panel integration activities, and so on. Also, you need to develop the project organization chart. This is very, very, very important. So the project internal organization chart, the project manager, who is the project team, who is the technical team, also finance team need to be shown in this organization chart, the quality team. Also, you need to, after that, to develop the communication matrix. So in the communication matrix, you will put some details about your team, the email addresses, the contact numbers, also their supervisors in case of any escalation required by your customer. And next, you need to revise your risk assessment for this project, the risk register, develop the risk response plans, or update the risk response plans, the risk triggers, and so on. The phase exit for this 2.1 activities will be approved work breakdown structure. Sure, approved means you will be sharing these activities with your customer and take his confirmation by email on this. Also, the project organization chart, you need to share it with your customer. You need to review if he have any comment. You need to update after that, revise and share it with him. And you need his concurrence on this organization chart. Also, you need to have the approved communication matrix. You will be sharing it with your customer also for his review and feedback. And finally, updated risk register with the risk response plans and risk triggers. After that, we'll move with the 2.2, which is the develop project baseline time schedule based on the contract milestones and project activities list with duration and dependencies received from technical lead. So to develop the project baseline time schedule from the work breakdown structure, as I mentioned, so for the technical part, you need to have the activities list from your technical lead. The design activities will be performed, the engineering activities that will be performed, FAT activities that will be performed, and site activities that will be performed. And you will be taking care of the procurement and the manufacturing part. So in this activities list, you need your technical lead to mention all activities as mentioned, the duration of each activity, and the dependencies of these activities, or the prerequisites for each activity. So for activity 1 to be start, he need this input. For activity 2 to start, for example, activity 1 need to be completed. This dependency also need to be given by your technical lead, and the duration of each activity. The start date, the planned start date and planned finish date will be put by the planner or the project manager or project support team based on the milestone dates given by the customer. This is not need to be done by the technical lead. So the dates, PM will take care of this. So the phase exit of this Sure, it is the approved project baseline time schedule. So once you develop the project baseline time schedule, you need to share it with your customer. Your customer will review and will check with other activities he is will perform for this project. Maybe he is the main contractor for one substation, so we have civil activities, mechanical activities, electrical activities, and you are part of the part of these activities, one of these activities. So he will check your project baseline and check if it is matching his overall project baseline time schedule as per the end user requirement, and he will give you his feedback. Maybe you need to revise again and update and share it for his approval. This is very, very important. This project baseline time schedule will be compared all over the project. So any deviation from this will be recorded during the remaining activities or execution activities of the project. Next, you need to develop the project cost baseline. So, which is distribute project budget over the project time duration as per the baseline time schedule. This is very important. This is not shared with your customer because this is your budget. So this is very important for your company. Your company need to know when they are going to finance this project and the amount that your company is going to finance during the different phases of the project. So as we mentioned, if you have project with budget of $100,000 and this project will run over 10 months. So in the first month you need to mention, for example, I will consume this amount of money, in the second month this amount, until the month number 10 where you need to burn all the 100 kilo USD, or sure, if you have some saving, will be very good for your company. So this cost baseline, it is internal, but your customer maybe ask you for the invoicing plan for him also to know when he can release the payment for you. This maybe will be requested by your customer. But for the cost baseline, your budget baseline, this is internally for your company, which your customer will not know anything about it, and this is very, very, very important for your company. And this some companies name it like cost burning or backlog burning or estimate to complete. This is updated almost on a monthly basis, but this is really very important, and your manager project management department head need to review this cost baseline once developed by you, and he will review it with you. Maybe he will give you some comments to adjust, or he will ask you to proceed with submission in your internal system, as mentioned before, SAP, Deltic Vision, any ERP software your company is using. After that, we'll proceed with 2.4, which is add the project to the milestone tracking sheet and penalties tracking sheet. Also develop the project weekly and monthly reports template. So this is very important. When there is a project management department, it is very important to have one Excel tracking sheet listing all projects with the different milestones that the projects will pass by, like for example, advanced bank guarantee, performance bank guarantee, base design, engineering, procurement, manufacturing, factory acceptance test, site acceptance test, and project closing. And it will be general inside. So all the projects will be listed, will be showing some examples. So all projects will be listing in one column, project 1, project 2, and so on. And on the remaining columns, you will be updating the different milestones. So for example, advanced bank guarantee, you will mention done, in progress, or leave it empty means you didn't start this phase. Base design, for example, done means it is completed, it is approved, or in progress, still there is some comments and you are rectifying them, or you will keep it plan means empty, which means that you didn't start still the base design phase, and so on. So this will give like a mind map for your management, how each project is performing in which phase this project. So this is general idea for tracking the projects. Also, there is very important to have a penalties tracking sheet. Same sheet, another tab, for example, for the penalties will list all projects the delay penalty percentage, delay penalty value, and delay penalty clause. So for example, if there is delay on the base design, for example 1% per week up to 5%, and they will mention, for example, how this is calculated. So base design need to be submitted within 3 weeks from the contract award. Any delay, weekly delay, will be considered as 1% of the contract value, and so on. So this is also very important to track all the projects, how you are performing, and if you reached any penalty milestone, so that you can take a corrective action, issue a letter to your customer, request for time extension, anything like this. So this is also very important. So the output of this 2.4 phase, it is the approved project, also the weekly and monthly reports. If it is mentioned in the contract and your customer is requesting weekly reports or monthly reports or monthly reports, you need to develop one template and share it with your customer for review and approval. This will be used all over the project, and you need to commit to this, to submit the weekly report to your customer and the monthly report to your customer. So the phase exit for this, it is the approved project status weekly report template, approved the project status monthly report template, project milestone tracking report is updated, project LD or penalties tracking report is updated. Thank you all. After that, we are going to move with the execution phase of this project. And why I put also the monitoring and controlling, because monitoring and controlling also are covering the whole project, as we mentioned before, and we are going to recap now. Thank you. So to recap now, as we mentioned, so the project planning phase exit checklist, you need to have the project baseline is approved, your scope baseline, work breakdown structure is approved, your project time schedule baseline is approved, your budget or cost baseline is approved. You need to have approved project organization chart, approved communication matrix. The project status weekly report is approved by your customer. Project status monthly report also in place and approved by your customer, and also again updated project risk register with the updated risk response plans and risk triggers. Thank you.